Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday. It is a nasty, cold, dark Saturday here in Arkansas. And so we're just kind of bunked in for the day. Got all the Christmas lights on. We've had the Christmas music on. I've been watching Christmas movies today while the kids were down for a nap. And so I hope y'all are having a good Saturday. And I know a lot of you are probably just right in the heart of all this holiday season parties and get-togethers at church and work parties and school parties for those of us that have kids, and it's just a busy time of the year finishing up shopping. And so I am getting ready to make some cookies. Thought I would share this simple little recipe with you. I know you're probably looking for ideas of things to take to some of these parties, your work parties and such, church get-togethers. If you're looking for maybe ideas for just a little gift to give someone special, or if you give your kids teachers gifts for holidays, this would be a good little gift for them. It is a super easy recipe, peanut butter cookies. It's one of my mom's recipes. She always made this super easy, and you can knock them out literally within like 30 minutes. I mean, from the time you whip them up homemade to baking them, and then they're done. And really, they're the best peanut butter cookie that I've ever had. They have 3 ingredients, so there is no excuse if you don't bake, you don't cook, there's no excuse why you can't make this. 3 ingredients: egg, sugar, peanut butter. I know it sounds crazy, but it does work. And so I'm gonna whip this up real quick. So I'm gonna use my mixer. You can use a hand mixer if you wanna do it by hand, that's fine too. But y'all, it is the simplest recipe. So 1 cup of sugar, 1 large egg, and 1 cup of peanut butter, and that is it. And so then you can say again that you've made something homemade. And so you can kind of get in on the holiday baking. So I'm gonna go ahead, like I said, it is just super easy. There's no certain way to do this. So I'm gonna dump in my sugar first. So I'm gonna get my 1 cup of sugar, and like I said earlier on in some of my videos, I do not measure anything. It's all just kind of roundabout. So there's roundabout my cup of sugar. And then I'm gonna do my 1 large egg. And I'll tell you, on the peanut butter, I don't even measure it because I love peanut butter. James would tell you almost every day I get a spoon, I rake it in the tub of peanut butter, and I eat it, and I do that several times a day. I love peanut butter in any way I can get it. Creamy, crunchy, the creamy honey type, any type of peanut butter, great value, Peter Pan, it doesn't matter. I am a peanut butter fanatic. And so when I go to do my peanut butter, I just use my spoon and I just kind of eyeball it and put it in. And sometimes I put a little bit extra because, like I said, I like peanut butter. So put your peanut butter in, and like I said, you can eyeball it. And so I've got my sugar, my egg, and my peanut butter. Now I do kind of sometimes dress these up a little bit. You do not have to. If you do it just with the normal 3 ingredients, it turns out excellent. But I like to add vanilla extract to everything, so I do go ahead and add a little vanilla extract. Sometimes I'll put almond extract. You can do anything you want to these. But your base ingredients are just the 3 that I told you. So you want to make sure and just mix these up really good. And I went ahead and I've got my baking sheet with my parchment paper. And I meant to do this step a little earlier for when I actually put them on the baking sheet. Get you just a little bowl of sugar, because you're going to use that for when you're kind of rolling them out and kind of putting your little imprint on them. And so they are done. That is it, they're done. So I'm gonna get a spatula here, and I know a lot of people are thinking, well, where is the flour in this? Well, how do they hold together? I know it's the craziest thing, but it does work, and they are excellent. And I've made these for years and years, and they are so good. And I also use these, like I said, you can make just peanut butter cookies. You can also do the, you know, where you make the cookie and you unwrap the Hershey Kiss and put it in the middle. I've done that before. These cookies work for anything you can add to. They can just be simple peanut butter cookies, but these are a great thing to take to parties because most people, they're not allergic, love peanut butter. And like I said, it is super simple, and you can make a big batch at one time. Just, you know, do you want to make 2 batches of them? You do 2 cups of peanut butter, 2 eggs, and 2 cups of sugar. It's so easy. So I've got my stuff ready here, and some people use those little cookie scoops. I kind of like to make my cookies a little bit bigger than that. Sometimes I make them a little smaller depending on if I'm making them for adults or kids. However is fine. But I just scoop it out like this, roll it in a ball, and you're going to put it out on your sheet. And if you just do the 1 egg, 1 cup of peanut butter, 1 cup of sugar, it does make a fairly small batch. I'm actually rolling out pretty good sized cookies here, and it looks like I'm still gonna get quite a few. So roll these out. This is one of my favorite recipes from my mom's because it's so simple. You can teach it to kids, and the kids are back there playing right now. They're playing with old school Lincoln Logs, so they of course are busy back there playing, or I would have them out here. But this is a great little recipe to start out with, you know, your little girls that want to start baking with you, because it's just so simple. So you get these rolled out, and then I've got my oven set at 350, and really I kind of like to undercook mine. I don't like a super hard cookie, and so I just kind of watch them. Typically I cook them for about 7 to 8 minutes, but it kind of, there again, depends on what size cookie you make. Of course, if they're smaller, you're going to want to watch them a little closer. And I've got it set at 350, and like I said, I undercook them a little. When they start getting brown around the bottom of the edges, I typically take them out because, you know, they're gonna, while you let them cool, they're gonna cook a little bit more, and I just like a more soft cookie than I do a hard crunchy cookie. But some people like them that way. So I was able to get 12 cookies out of this, pretty good amount. And so I just get my little fork, my sugar, and you can make your imprint on them. So easy, and just dipping it in that sugar keeps your fork from sticking. And then I like to always go back and add a little sugar on top, just sprinkle on top. And you can kind of dress them up as you want to, or you can just keep them as your simple little peanut butter cookies. But these are so good and so easy, and if you need to make a big batch, it's cheap on ingredients and doesn't require a lot of time. I will probably be making these for my kids' teachers. I don't really have many Christmas parties this year. One that we're kind of doing, but other than that, so these are just super easy. Of course, I can't take these to my kids' school for the kids. I can for the teachers because schools are so, they don't want you to bring any peanut products into the school. So many kids have allergies anymore. So I am just about done here. So I've got all of my little imprints done. I just take and go back and sprinkle a little bit of sugar on top just to kind of give it that extra sweetness and texture. And then I'm gonna pop these in the oven, keep an eye on them, and they should be done in about 7 to 8 minutes. I'll put a little picture on here of them after I'm done, but that is it. It's so easy. You can whip these up for your husband, your best friend, your roommate, your neighbors. It is an excellent thing to do for your neighbors. If you have a couple of neighbors you're real close to, want to do something special for them, wrap them up in a little clear bag or some tissue paper, take it to them, and or you know, some elderly people who, you know, this year just might need a little pick-me-up. They might be down, you know, if they are widowed. And so this is just a great little easy thing to do for anybody, for any occasion, even when it's not Christmas, anything throughout the year, 4th of July. And so I just wanted to give you this simple little recipe. Try it, and then you have something that you can say that you homemade. So I will be back on a little later. I'm gonna whip up some taco soup for Sunday lunch, and so I'll be back on to share that recipe. That's another one of my mom's recipes. I love carrying on her legacy. She was a wonderful cook, wonderful woman, and the best mama that I could ever known. So I love getting to cook her stuff and kind of keep her alive and well, so Bella and Gabe can, you know who she was. And so I like to carry on her legacy. So peanut butter cookies, pop them in the oven right now, and you'll have cookies by literally, 30 minutes later, and y'all can sit down and watch Christmas movies tonight. All right, guys, I'll be back on later. Y'all have a blessed evening, and I'll be back on for some taco soup. Love y'all. Bye.